Welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank. Good morning to you.
And we are live from the CTV studios in Wellington, Florida. And we're going to bring you out to the Grand Champions Polo Club to field number 3 for the 2023 World Polo League Triple Crown. Polos is, one of the biggest. Well, we lead up to a lot of the tournaments. They always want to win them all. This is one that they really shoot for.
Absolutely, and a beautiful trophy. If you've got a chance to come down, you will see that trophy. Of course, the final, just to give you the heads up, is now on April the 15th, which is a Saturday. And but we'll be telling you a little bit about this beautiful trophy a little bit later on. Let's get straight down to the players that are out there this morning. Audi, led, of course, by Mark Ganzi at number 1, playing off 1 goal. Then we have the first of our 2 10-goalers on the field this morning. Hector Castagnola coming in at number 2 of 10 goals. As I said, Gonzalito Pierres, 9 goals, playing at number 3. And great to see him back, a former WPL, Paco Donavaez, playing the number 4 position of 6 goals. And there you see on your screens the 10-goaler, that is Hector Castagnola. About to get on his pony. Audi, as you can see, in the very dark shirts with a bit of I think it's an orange strip on the side. Richard Mille playing with, obviously, at number 1, Melissa Ganzi, coming in off 0 goals. At number 2, there is the second 10-goaler, Pablo McDonough. And then we've got 2 brothers, Miguel Navijo Estrada, and we are very happy here at CTV Sports and at Grand Champions. You see him there walking to his pony, that he is recovered, fully recovered. He's got a big smile on his face. Alejandro Navijo Estrada back in the saddle again for this, the first of our, as Dale was saying, 3 matches, a triple header today here on CTV Sports of the WPL Triple Crown. Umpires this morning, Gaston Dorignac, Esteban Ferrari, and as always, a very good morning to our IRO / third man, the one and only Mr. Steve Lane.
Yeah, perfect scenario. Triple Crown of Polo, triple header today with 3 games starting out. The Triple Crown of Polo. These 2 teams, well, we know the Audi team is Gonzalito Pierres. He's going to be perfect matchup with Hector Castagnola. With Hector at the number 2 and Gonza at the 3. Then you put Paco Donavaez there. We saw Paco last year. He is a solid back. He plays the back at a high level, not just shutting the back door and playing the Secretary of Defense, but he also is a back that will run through with a lot of power. And then the Cobra has been playing great polo this year, hitting the penalties, great rotation. I got to talk to Mark about his horses. Very happy with his string horses. A couple of years ago, they took the horses to a whole nother level, Mark and Melissa, personally, and just with the Santanita breeding operation and Halo Polo Ponies. And you'll see the difference. They are mounted very, very well. On the Richard Mille team, it works out well. Mille will play in the front. And she'll pull the team in the front. She's going to stay out there, and they'll use her and see if they can get her or get somebody to have to make a play or go after her when she's on her breakaways. And if not, then she'll rotate back in the game. But you should get a great rotation here. We're used to seeing Pablo play the number 3, but now we're going to see McDonough play the number 2. And I'm sure he's comfortable playing anywhere on the field. He plays the number 3 in the Argentine Open, but and he's played, well, most of the time I've seen him play here in the States, it's been at 3, but actually I watched him play when he was 9 goals. He played with Nero when he was 9 goals, and they destroyed everybody. Yeah. They both played 12-goal polo that year, and he played the number 2, I believe, with Nero behind him.
Right.
And so I think he should be great there. We know the Estradas should be very comfortable being older brother and younger brother. As you have Miguel, the older brother of Alejandro. They play a lot of polo together. And Miguel is a 3-4 type player. We were in here talking in the studio about that. You can also switch Alejandro around to the 2.
Oh, yeah, easy.
2. Yeah, and he'll also run through a lot. So we'll see how the dynamics of that team works out here in their first game. And so 2 teams, 2 new teams here for the World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo. Start out our first game of, as you said, 3 games today, but the first game of the Triple Crown also. And you said about the trophy, we'll talk more about it,
Yeah.
but it is an amazing trophy.
Audi then, winners, of course, already of the Founders Cup, where they beat Richard Mille 14-13. MVP of that game was Hector Castagnola. Now, Richard Mille, they've already been in 2 finals, Dale, as you know. They were runners-up in the All-Star Challenge. They conceded to Casablanca, who beat them by 14 goals to 9. And as I just said, runners-up also in the Founders Cup, narrowly missing it there by 1 goal. So I wouldn't be surprised with this lineup that Richard Mille will want to obviously make a mark here in this first game. And, of course, Audi will be looking to, after having won one tournament, the Founders Cup, they'll be looking to, get their second win. But this should be a very interesting scenario. So we've got Ganzi versus Ganzi on the one side, and then we've got 2 brothers. So a bit of a family affair going on here on this Sunday morning.
We are using the challenge system. Each team will receive 1 challenge per half, and they need to use it or lose it. If they go ahead and challenge a call, then they will receive another challenge. They'll keep receiving challenges until they are wrong on their challenge.
And, of course, Dale, which is great news, that also in this tournament, the 2-point conversion is applicable.
So the 2-point conversion from center field, right there, you see the 3 lines, the line in the middle. That's the line we're talking about. They need to be behind the line. Also, all the triggers are in place. Check to see if a goal was scored. Check to see when the ball goes out of bounds at the end of the field or on the sides, especially during a safety. But they can check at any time. Check to see any time a 2-legged athlete comes together on a hard play, on a sword fight, or any kind of play where they come together. And, of course, when 2 4-legged athletes come together on a ride-off, they can use the tapes for that to check all the review and to check to see for any unsportsmanlike conduct, or if the umpires disagree, then they have the umpire trigger in place, and away we go.
And Audi winning the first throw-in. Hector Castagnola got getting quite a few touches on that ball until the number 2, Pablo McDonough, took the ball off him. So once again, that's going to be an interesting duel we'll see today. The 2-10 goal is Pablo McDonough for Richard Mille in the light blue, and Hector Castagnola in the dark shirt, also playing the number 2 for Audi. That first ball going over the back line. So we're going to have a knock-in, and as I said, very happy to see this young man, Alejandro Novillo Estrada, after I think he pulled a hamstring. Was it jockey muscle?
Yeah, he had a hamstring. So, which is kind of interesting in polo. And we were interviewing him, and he said, it's more of a soccer type injury or running type injury. And he does ride a bike and he does run to stay in shape. But he just said, it's a little tough. Just he had pulled it, but not to a point where it took him out of the season, or where you need to be, on a good 6-month leave. So it took him about a week, 2 weeks to get back, I guess.
And also great to see Paco de Namais back in the saddle again. Well, we have an issue here, but the umpire said, no, this is all fine. He picked it up on the near side. Nice stick work here by Hector Castagnola. And remember, he can stop and hammer a rocket downfield from more or less anywhere. It looks like we might be seeing the makings of exactly one of those shots on goal. There is that first shot from Hector Castagnola, just putting it wide. And they need to be careful not to give him too much space and time to do exactly that, because he would...
I like the non-call there earlier with Hector. I mean, this is 26 goal polo, and this is at the highest level, so those gaps are going to be tight. And Miguel just probably feeling it out there, seeing where he needs to be. As remember, he played 2 games, right? He filled in for his brother for 2 games. Correct. This is the first time he's playing with the team from the start to finish. So they'll take a chucker or 2 just to get their final edge kind of put together. And we'll see how the blue team gets going here. Here comes Gondolitos that work this one down into the corner.
Little backhand shot. You saw Paco was there, well read. Paco de Narvaez picks this one up. That was a clever little play, and Paco will get the first score of this game. So, and remember, of course, that Richard Mille coming in off 25 goals, so they will have a goal in hand. And with that goal from Paco, very quickly here in the first chukka, the equalizer for Audi.
Yeah, Paco and Gonzalito know each other very well, and that shows you how well they know each other. That's super strong drop play by design. And, well, Paco, once he gets that ball right there, he just works it by everyone at a high level. So we're taking in for the first goal.
Ball back in play, won by Richard Mille this time. Little backhand flick. No, he's going to change his mind. In comes Hector Castagnola, steals it from him on the near side. Looked pretty clean, but clearly the umpire's thinking otherwise. And we will have, at now 3.5 minutes, our first courtesy change.
See what happens here. He comes in. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they call. When he hooks him down low. And then, I mean, he was making a play on the ball.
Like I said, it looked pretty clean to me.
Yeah, then he brings his mallet around, which his mallets are just hooked up with each other. Mm-hmm. And he comes in there and steals it. I don't know if they're going to call from coming from behind, but he came from the side.
Exactly.
So riding into the shot is going to be the call.
Okay.
So I guess when they're hooked up on their mallets there, right, coming in from behind, when he spins around and comes from behind, and that's why they call him right into the shot.
So first whistle, really, first penalty of this first chukka. And quick pony change, players are very quickly coming back out. Little team talk there between the 10-goaler and the 8-goaler, Miguel Navijo Estrada and Pablo McDonough. As I said, two-time runner-up in the 2023 WPL season. So
Miguel, former 10-goal player,
yeah,
Triple Crown winner in Argentina with his brothers. And so he's been at the level. Going to go ahead and move this one down for a goal shot penalty after our first courtesy change. Remember the courtesy change, we'll use once per chucker. And it's going to be Pablo McDonough to do the honors here for Richard Mille, the ambassador.
Oh, just on the inside. It looked like from up here. Great drone footage once again. So penalty for conversion, no problem there for Pablo McDonough. That puts Richard Mille back in the lead by 2-1. We are still in the first chukka. Welcome if you've just joined us on a slightly hazy but still very warm Sunday morning here at Grand Champions Polo Club.
Yeah, it was a little humid this morning.
We had a lot of rain last night.
Yeah, I guess that's why you had the humidity, as you say, hazy. And but it was we did have some rain, good for the fields, especially this time of year. And here we go. Richard Mille's going to win this bowling, get it moving forward. And this is what we call, well, the special sauce. And this is what he did. And there you go. Alejandro, and he just tried showing you how to get it done, coming from the number 4 position. He did this early in the season and was very successful when he went forward. And that's just an amazing finish right there. He flips it, goes to the near side, and gets a hold of that ball. Watch this replay here from our end zone camera. He gets over there, great focus, and not much goal to shoot at.
Yeah.
Que golazo, Alejandro.
Absolutely. So, 3-1. Richard Mille, well, they've won 2 of the 3 throw-ins. This time it's the turn of Audi once again. Hector Castagnola, well, he's probably going to be thinking, you know, Alejandro, what you can do, I can do too. He's got to be careful because Alejandro is an all-rounder. Very good also, as we know, in defense. Now then, Paco de Narvaez, can he get past that 10-goaler Pablo McDonough? He will leave that one for the number 3. In comes Gonzalito Pierres. He will take a shot on goal, and that just went wide.
Ooh, I thought he might have snuck that one in there, Gonza. But good rotation here by Audi.
Yep.
As Hector gets it working down, and then Paco Actually, it looked like Gonza was going forward for the pass, so they had a couple different plays they could use there. If they could release that ball to Gonzalito or hold on to it, and Paco fell right into the rumble seat, and then you got rotation back from Gonzalito. So working well here early for Audi.
A little over a minute left to play. A little backhand shot there from Castagnola, trying to find, and he has found Gonzalito. Now, can Gonzalito get around the outside? Looks like he can. Pablo McDonough, he's got a bit of space to work that ball. But McDonough will... that could be an unfortunate deflection there. I think it came off Alejandro Navijo Estrada, but of course we will give that goal to Gonzalito Pierres for Audi.
Yeah, Gonzalito here, he takes the ball in the air like 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then just bad luck there as Alejandro was just trying to steal it. Watch right here, you'll get a better look at this. He was trying to steal it, and it just came off his mount. Right there, she was kind of trying to move it forward, and he almost got it done off the cane there, Alejandro, but it goes in the goal. But well done there by Gonzalito. That's going to end our first chukker play, so we'll send everybody off to get some fresh mounts for the second chukker, and we'll be back here for our second chukker of the Triple Crown of Polo.
This is a championship meet. All the best jockeys in the world are here, and I'm excited to ride against them.
We back.
And you get to watch some really incredible, talented athletes out there.
To us, it's a place to be in the winter.
I love Gulfstream Park because of the racing.
The palm trees, the beach is right here. The horse racing is some of the best in the country.
A lot of good horses come out of here. And if you want to go to the next level, Gulfstream Park was the place to come.
I remember the first time I came to Gulfstream, it was like this big fairy tale place. All the history. And all these great horses, trainers, jockeys. It was everything that I ever dreamed of.
Hi, I'm Tomacho Pieres.
Hello, I'm Nacho Figueras.
Hello, I'm Martín Muñoz.
I'm Gonzalito Pieres.
I'm Alejandro Novillo Estrada. Hello, I'm Nacho Novillo Estrada. I make goals and here back in Aspen.
Welcome back to CTV Sports as we're live from the Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 3 for our second chukker of the World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo.
Indeed, we are. 8 teams, including Kwaiton Z, making its WPL debut here in the Triple Crown of Polo, will compete in the will be competing for the magnificent Tiffany & Co. Design Trophy. Designed by Tiffany & Co., the Triple Crown Trophy is comprised of 3 separate trophies that fit perfectly together to create an entire polo scene that is as breathtaking as you can imagine, of course, made in sterling silver. And that will be, as I say, on display at Grand Champions Polo Club. Might even see it today, but you'll definitely see it on the 15th of April. That will be the finals day. Here we go then. Once again, welcome back to CTV Sports Sunday morning. And what a great way to start the Sunday with this, the first of our triple header of the Triple Crown of Polo. If you've just joined us, Richard Mille scoring twice. They had a goal on handicap, led or are leading this game at the moment with 3 goals to 2. We saw a goal from Gonzalito Pierres and Paco de Narvaez for Audi as we now rejoin the action here. Grand Champions Polo Club Field 3. And yeah, at the moment, very clean, very open. Both teams, as you said, Dale, a lot of respect for each other and just fine-tuning the way they want to play. Let's see if the Cobra can pick up his first goal. And you mentioned, and it's absolutely the case, he's been having an absolutely fantastic season so far here in the 5th WPL series here in 2023.
And they come in here, and it looks like they have to hit that one up in the air. It looked like he was riding out there, but a non-call on the play. And then they'll bring this one down the field as Richard Mille. As Pablo just turned around and was playing like a goalie in hockey. He met that ball, turned the defense into offense, and here comes Richard Mille with their 1-goal lead. They'll work this one down into the corner. It's going to be controlled here by Alejandro in his new maroon helmet. Alejandro Nabiz Estrada. He'll leave this one for Miguel, his brother. Good play there by the Cobra to pull out. He doesn't want to get called from riding in from behind, so he just clears out. Good thinking. Well done, Gonzalito. He'll leave this one, and now Paco on the move.
Now then, let's see. And we know how we saw it earlier, that rotation where he goes up to the front. And Paco's another one of those players who very much relishes the opportunity to take that ball and take it forward. But now back to the 10-goal, ahead to Castagnola. Bouncing ball, very unfortunate. The next 10-goaler, Pablo McDonough, will try and send it back on the near side. Oh, clever little play here. In comes straight away Gonzalito Pierres. As Gaston Dorignac having to just explain to both Gonza and Hector Castagnola what happened. Here's that very clever little play. Near side backhand shot, trying to send the ball back down to Miguel. And we might have had a right-of-way infringing a crossover there.
Yeah, no, they're going to come right in from behind, actually. Non-call on the play with Gonzalito. That's what Gonza's probably talking about. He probably thought that Miguel came in front of him on the first one, but they went with the non-call there. Just, I guess, figuring he had time or, just that's the way they saw it. But the second one, he rides in from behind over the top of the ball. You can see that as pretty plain. But I got a feeling there, Gonza's probably asking him about that. Was there enough space or just having a discussion on it. They're going to move this one over to the center on the riding in from behind call. And we'll see. Opportunity, not going for the 2. He's going to tap it forward and down the center. And this will get met, by the Cobra. Tries to get a piece of it. And it looks like Miguel's going to move it along. But that ball's going to go off the field. And we'll line him up for a knock-in for Team Audi.
So, still no 2-point conversion. We're all with bated breath waiting for that to happen. I think it's a great rule. And there have been plenty of opportunities where a team could have done with a 2-pointer to actually steal the win right at the end. Now let's see how Paco de Navai will fare up against Alejandro Navijo Estrada, who clearly seems to be 100% fit. And great to have him back in the saddle. But also really nice to see Paco de Navai. Of course, Paquito, his son, another former WPLA. The Cobra, after picking up this pass, he'll just put that one through with a nice little touch at the end. Yep, that's what he does. So Mark Ganzi picking up his first goal for Audi, and that makes it 3 goals apiece.
Yeah, this is what Audi wants to do. They want to get it lined out where Mark's pulling the team, and then you have the 4-player rotation with Mark pulling the team. Same thing with Richard Mille. They'll look to get Mille involved. And Mark didn't get many touches in the first chucker. This chucker came out and had a breakaway early, and now they find him wide open here. Perfect pass. Great finish.
And you saw the little Cobra came out there.
The Cobra's getting fired up.
Yeah.
Getting ready to strike. And there's a good shot of Alejandro on the sideline here, switching up his horse during our courtesy change.
Well, that gives us a chance to also just tell you that the featured game this afternoon, you will have seen that on the schedule, is also the Tommy Hitchcock Junior Memorial. And we'll talk a little bit more about him. He, of course, was a former 10-goal player, started playing at a very, very young age of 13. and led the U.S. led the U.S. team to the National Open Championships back in 1923, 27, 1935, and 1936. So a very, very big name here in America. And in 1990, Hitchcock Jr., that's when he was actually posthumously inducted into the Museum Hall of Fame. He was born in Aiken, South Carolina, and learned to play the sport from his parents, Louise and Thomas Hitchcock Sr. Tommy played in his first tournament age 13 and was part of the Meadowbrook Polo Club that won the U.S. National Junior Championships. He led the U.S. team to victory in 1921, the Westchester Cup, and from 1922 to 1940. So that will be the featured game this afternoon, the Tommy Hitchcock Jr. Legacy Memorial at Grand Champions, 4 o'clock. And I can tell you now that the two teams playing in that will be Global Port against Travieso. That coming on your screens this afternoon at 4 o'clock.
After the courtesy change, they're going to come in and win the bowling Audi. And the Cobra, well done, Mark. That's a nice shot. Ooh, just leaves it on the doorstep there, but good stroke there as he gets taken out by Miguel. Looking in the corner here, trying to find Pablo. And now you're getting a little duel with the two number 2s. Is Heta and Pablo. And Heta's going to sneak away here, get help from Gonzalito. Look, Gonza in behind him there, keeping Pablo away from the hook. Shot on goal. And the high flag, Castañola.
And what a great pony he's riding on. I mean, if you look at the way he was working that pony, left to right, left to right, look at the agility of that pony until he finds that gap. And not much the number 3 there could do it. Miguel Navijo Estrada, super goal by Hector Castañola, and that is his first.
Yeah, that's a true form of ducking and diving, bobbing and weaving right there. That horse is amazing as it does have the ability to go from left to right, right to left so quickly. To find that open space, Jan, as you're saying, in this league, it can be tough to get a shot off. As we've talked about how well the defense has been on all the teams. So you need to design, some new moves that you can say, and Hector Castañola showing you how to get it done right there. Mille now, she's going to give it an opportunity. It's all right. First time to get to run here, so she hasn't had a lot of balls hit to her yet. Got to get her warmed up a little bit. Now it's going to be turned around the corner, and it's going to be the Cobra. He'll leave it for Hector.
And Hector will try and control it on the near side. Couldn't really do that as he wanted. Little backhand shot from Alejandro Navijo Estrada, but Paco de Narvaez, he saw it coming. Now then, how can he deal? Oh, a little bump there from Miguel Navijo Estrada. But Paco will find the number 3, Gonzalito Perez. Unlucky there. Straight away, then you see. Not happy.
Oh, yeah, bad luck there, Miguel. Nice steal. Great steal by Miguel.
Yeah.
As he got in between two players there, just kind of skipped over the boards.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. So Hector Castañola will take the hit from the spot. A 5A, quickly executed. And, again, keep an eye on his pony. There was the lofted shot up to the front door, and he's found, and that's going to be a great pickup by Gonzalito under the neck on the near side. Probably one of the most difficult shots to do, especially on a moving pony. In comes Paco de Narvaez. Picked up by Ganzi, and he's just going to try and weave his way across to maybe put an under the neck shot. Yeah, robbed as once again Miguel Navijo Estrada gets possession back for Richard Mille, working it towards that halfway line, met by McDonough. He will just take the pace out a moment, and now a little bit late whistle by the umpires.
I'm not sure what happened here. Is they wanted a foul there, but it looked to me like, I understand where the ball was, but Pablo was way downfield. You might get a late whistle here, and I might look at it, but it looked like he crossed over way downfield. That's going to end our chuck right away. we're going to take a look at this one, and we'll take a little break, and we're going to be right back for our third sugar play. Stay with us here on CTV Sports.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
It reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them it's even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And, of course, head to Chukka TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
Third Chukka action here, live on CTV Sports, as we did have a whistle on the play, and one umpire thought it was a foul. It was a late whistle, delayed whistle, and then one umpire thought it was a foul, one didn't. They went to our IRO/third man. No foul on the play. We kind of agree with it here in the studio. Looked like there was a lot of time for Pablo. It was a weird play. The ball was closer to Gonzalito than Pablo. I think Pablo, right, when he crossed over, what we saw, it looked like Gonzalito was closer to the ball than Pablo was. Correct. When he crossed over. Yeah. And then Pablo just got the ball, got up to Pablo, and that's when he stole it away from Gonza. So I think you might see a fair play bowling here. Based on, see if they go with a straight bowling, with a regular bowling, or a fair play bowling, as Gonzalito or Pablo did have control. But it looks like they're going to go with the straight bowling. So start off Chukka 3. So, well, clean Chukka.
Very clean.
2 goals scored by Audi. Mm-hmm. And, 2 unanswered goals. And that's where you get your 4-3. And here we go. It's going to be, picked up by Miguel. So Richard Mills is going to win the ball back. And here's the give and go. If it stays on the field, it might go through the goal. Well done, Miguel.
And there is a very quick equalizer. Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't score in that second Chukka. Well, no damage done just yet. The equalizer, and that's an important equalizer early on here in Chukka number 3. Now, remember, of course, we will be bringing you, as we always do, the stats brought to you by, of course, CTV Sports and the man who's behind that, Jordan Schwetz. Always part of the crew here at CTV Sports. They've won the throw-in once again now. Then Pablo McDonough. As I said, they've made it to the final twice so far. They'd be looking to take this all the way, but a steal here from Audi. Gonzalito Perez regains possession, but he finds himself deep in his own half. Gives it over to Hector Castagnola. Castagnola picking that ball out, which looked like it could have been a buried ball.
Oh, did it roll into a div? Bad luck there for Hector. He had control of it. That breaks the game. It does happen. So they'll go with the bowl in from the center to the boards. Then line them up on Esteban Ferrari. And another one won here by Richard Mille.
Takes a shot under the neck, Pablo McDonough. So nothing lost, but also nothing gained. Audi will have possession. And there is a man who was unfortunate. As you said, he had control of the ball. And it just rolled into a little bit of a divot. Sends it out to the left-hand side. Very quickly met by Gonzalito Pierres, but he couldn't control it. McDonough coming in, and Richard Mille standing very deep here in the Audi half. Gonza will steal it back once again. So at the moment, finding it a little bit trickier to get out of their own half. There's the backhand once again. McDonough will wait for that to come on his stick side. Paco de Narvaez, yeah, doing a very good job trying to contain the 10-goaler, but he wants it now. Heta coming in, he will steal it. Miguel Navijo Estrada trying to control it. There is the backhand, a shot on goal, and it'll be picked up by the Cobra. Wants to make sure he keeps that ball in play. We'll try and tee it up for Paco to take it around the outside. He does. Straight away in comes Alejandro. A little flick of the wrist there by Gonzalito. Got to give it up to Richard Mille, doing a very good job here. This is all costing a lot of time as well, making those ponies work. Again, Pablo McDonough for Richard Mille. Gets it back over the halfway line and into the Audi half. Now then, will Pablo, looks like he might have a crack at this, run this one in himself. There's the shot on goal. Will it go through? Well, it has. A quick turn around. The ball is still very much alive. Paco de Narvaez just able to clear it. So Audi at the moment a little bit wobbly here because Richard Mille power playing here in their half.
Yeah, good play there by Miguel. He went for the, when they went to block that ball, he timed the hook perfectly to make it legal. Remember, a player must be making a play on the ball for you to hook the opposing player. So you can't just ride down the field, hook a player's mallet, try to take it away.
Of course.
Like in a joust. Or
No.
Jousting.
Yeah, jousting.
You know that. It's not jousting.
No.
But he did it. Timing was perfect. And the ball almost made it to the goal. But then a great save by Paco de Narvaez on the doorstep. And that ball gets backed out of there. And it looked like Miguel, like maybe the Cobra got caught up there on the back shot. And Richard Mille had the right of way. We'll see if they decide, our two mounted officials, or we are going to use our final courtesy change in the first half. Okay, and so I guess it was against the blue. So it was against Richard Mille, and they challenged it. And the call is going to stand. A good shot of Gonzalito Pierres. And I think that's Inda, his son right there, who played yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And you can catch him playing in all the junior polo. Playing very well. New up-and-coming polo star. But, yeah, I guess they're foul. So we'll go back over and see if we can get a replay on that play here so we can kind of look at it again. Because it was a challenge from Richard Mille. Remember, both teams went into the third chukker with challenges. And they challenged. Here comes the replay. So let's watch this ball gets opened up here. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So the Cobra was actually perfect. On our angle from the other side, it looked like maybe the Cobra was over top of it, but the Cobra met that ball. And then you had a player come in on the near side. And Richard Mille went ahead and used our challenge. Well, risk reward matrix. The probably going to save a penalty 5. I mean, good timing. Third chukker challenge. You would have had a bowl in right there in front of your goal. if they won that challenge. So it would have been an opportunity down in front. So a good challenge. As maybe they thought the angle was a little different there, but good meet there by the Cobra. And so that'll go for a penalty 5A in favor of Audi.
Quickly taken, balls down the field. Now let's see if Audi can actually, with this penalty, get a little bit further downfield. Looks like we have another interruption, another break in the play. Here's the long ball from Hector Castagnola. Let's watch this very carefully. Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Yeah, I think that's a very, very small gap. And again, great drone footage there on that play.
Yeah, you can see that right there where Alejandro was riding down the right-of-way and just catches Mark falling over the right-of-way. That's all a distance call. Alejandro's got to make sure he closed that window. And so penalty 5A in favor of Richard Mille.
Quickly taken once again by Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Looking for brother Miguel, but Paco de Narvaez will come there first. That seems to be a set play. Gives it back to Castagnola. He cuts and brings the ball into midfield. Now then, the nice pass up to the front door. The Cobra will probably not pick this one up. Oh, he does. Well done, Mark. Getting a good piece of that. Now then, can he keep it in play? A little deflection coming off the pony. There's the shot. Ooh. Wow. Brilliant play.
Nice attempt. Not an easy cut shot there.
No.
I think he hit it. Did he hit it to the far post or the near post? It looks like they're going to line up on a knock it to the near post. And I was wondering if Mark had, we really cut it if he got it to the far post, but just inside the near post. So they'll bring it in here. It's going to be Alejandro. Still tied up here. And with 2:43 on the clock, opportunity for both teams.
Intercepted, nicely done here by the number 3, Gonzalito Perez. Leaves that one for Castagnola. Now he is more than in distance here, in range. You see he's eyeing up that goal mouth already. Be ready for a big shot. He might go for the under the neck. Yeah, just allowing Paco to take care of Alejandro Navijo Estrada. There's the first shot on goal. Wants to have another crack at this, and looks like the number 2 in blue here, Pablo McDonough, might have been caught as Hector wanted to go for the next shot there. You'll see there's the first shot. It deflects off the pony. Bang, there it is. Ever so slightly, but if that call stands.
Yeah, interesting call here that bounces off the pony. So it's always tough. Remember the quick line change. Always a tough play in the game of polo. And remember, Richard Mille used their challenge on the last call. So they can't challenge this. I think that's what they're talking about. They're talking about it coming off of Pablo's horse's leg and maybe giving him the right of way. Umpire saw it for Hector. And it'll be the Cobra to do the honors here on the open goal penalty 2 on the right-of-way violation. And a good stroke there by the Cobra. Nice and easy.
Picking up his second. Remember, he scored a great goal in chukka number 2. So once again, Audi taking the lead. Remember, they left the field at the end of the second chukka 4-3. So far, a goal apiece. And still, early days here, or early doors to have a, even if it's just a slight edge for either of these two teams. Every time Audi have taken the lead, Richard Mille have come back very quickly with a response. Esteban Ferrari throwing in that play, and here we go then. Richard Mille winning the throw-in. Working it downfield. Pablo McDonough. Still McDonough needs to get around the outside of Castagnola. Well, he's looking in disbelief to the umpire. The umpires are just allowing that play to unfold. And looks like the challenge or the call there by Pablo McDonough will be heard. Let's see what the umpires decide to give on that play.
There's this play here, Pablo's bringing it down. And, yeah, he comes there in front. Grabs that one as Pablo started to control that ball on the right side. Looked like now they have a challenge here. So let them challenge. I think they're going to use their challenge here. Might as well with 1:15 left. And it'll save an open goal.
Yeah.
If Richard Mills to win this one, they will have an opportunity for the equalizer. And maybe we'll be able to get another look at it after they finish taking a look with the IRO. All right, so let's retake a look at it one more time. Here we are. We see what we got while they're teeing this ball up.
Yeah, there was a slight little rub. The very slightest of little rubs on that play.
Yeah, and he reached in front and took the ball, so you need to push him over there. Not a big enough window, so you get the open goal penalty 2. And Pablo will get the equalizer.
So, Pablo McDonough, as you said, Dale, picking up his second. He's scored a penalty 4 in chukka number 1. He's now scored a penalty 2 here in chukka number 3. But overall, we've had 3 penalty shots on goal. Overall, it has been pretty clean, pretty smooth. Remember, the stats will be coming up, within the next minute or so. We're under a minute left to play here in the first half. 5 goals apiece. Hector Castagnola will send that one down. A chance here for the Kerber to once again put Audi in the lead. Slightly overcooked that one. It goes over. Oh, no, it's still back. It's still in play. But now the question is, did that come off a defending player? I don't think it did. Let's have a look at this one more time. In front, the perfect pass laid up for the Cobra. Cleared by Alejandro.
Oh, look like the Cobra took the ball to the inside there, I guess to the right. I guess say Pablo had to stay on the near side. He rode over the top of it and then backed it. So they'll get an open goal penalty 2 from the spot. And that will go ahead and end the first half of play here. So Chucker. Mark will pick up his second penalty 2. Pretty easy one for him right there, just in front of goal. Good shooting by the Cobra, 3 goals in the first half. Here's your halftime stats. 6-5. Shots on goal. Audi with a few more here. 10-6. Knock-in. Missing a few more, but having 4 more shots on goal. Missing the goal 2 more times. So that's right at par. Throw-ins back and forth. 6-5. And very clean game. 3-2 on the fouls. Audi with 3 and Richard Mille with 2. And then scoring goals. They had the open goals, and that's where Audi picked up a couple. And so did Richard Mille. So clean stats, very clean game. Good stats, guys. There's a good shot of Gandlita Pieta. So we'll go to our halftime break. And we will be back here after our halftime break of the 2023 World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo.
We're here at Santa Rita Polo Farm cooking an Argentine-inspired fire meal for the Ganzi family. We have a 4-course meal tonight, and everybody will be tasting the food that we cook on the fire. We're here in Wellington at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. It's a beautiful place that we've come for several years. We love cooking here. The combination of our fire cooking with the table set next to the barn and to the horses just creates a beautiful atmosphere, and we love coming here and creating experiences every year. I think anybody that is new to these events is going to be very shocked right when they walk in, not only because of the grill setup or the fire cooking, but just the whole walk into this barn, you know, with the horses eating right next to you, and then the tables are set with candles. I just think the whole atmosphere around this place is beautiful and very shocking. With the menu, we always try to, you know, bring new things to the dinners, new items. Obviously, we try to source everything that's in season and try to do our best to keep the menu changing and flowing. I'm Augustine Malman, and welcome to my chef's table at Santa Rita Polo Farm.
My favorite part about ABSC is seeing all my friends. I have so many friends here at ABSC and USASA, and don't know what I would do without them. Just hanging out with my coach. Hanging out with my coach would be really fun too, but I just need friends too, you know? Everybody needs friends.
ABSC is like a really fun place because you get to make jumps with friends and get to ski a lot of places.
When you see kids, they are smiling, they are happy, they are laughing, they are telling jokes, they are just glowing with excitement, and that just makes me feel confident that we are really doing something right, and that's really what it's all about.
You know, this is ABSC's largest fundraiser for our club, you know, and I think the true importance of this is we're making a conscious effort to make sure that kids in the Roaring Fork Valley have the opportunity to get on snow, ski, and snowboard.
So I've been a part of the Aspen Valley Ski Club since I was 10 years old, and growing up in the valley was a really special experience because you're open to so many different opportunities, and one of which is being able to ski. And I never really thought that my dreams would come true, but now Aspen Valley Ski Club has allowed me to ski for a living, and I can never be more grateful for being a part of the club.
We love ABSC! We love ABSC!
The Lennox. When you walk into the lobby, you will see the tranquil world. You're getting out from the fast-paced world of Miami Beach. We have an hotel of 119 rooms, all of them with different touches and different personality, very based on our greenery and eco-friendly environment. I'm very proud of our restaurant. It's Mediterranean inspired by our executive chef, Hernan Gricini, who is a Michelin star experienced chef with international background. Our pool, very small, very intimate. Remember, Lennox is the quiet and tranquil place in the craziness of South Miami Beach.
We were excited to start. Field was amazing. We knew that it was a really tough team that we had against. Mark always puts a really strong team in the field, and it was Gilberto's first game, tournament and everything, so happy that he did good. I used to play a lot with Polo when I was younger. We were cousins and we played a lot of kids tournament together until we played the Open together. Then a few years we play against each other, and now we had the opportunity to play back again, and it feels really good. Have a lot of connection, and with Alejandro I played last year here with Melissa. He's a great defender, a great back. He plays really simple. He understands the game really good, so he makes things simple. And Gilberto, I think he had a really good game. Yeah, I think yes. Well, this is a single elimination tournament, so winning today was keeping one foot in the tournament. So it was really nice now that we have another game in the weekend to keep playing, and yes, a lot of fun.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz.
And I'm Jan-Erik Frank. Good to have you with us.
And we're bringing you, our first game in the World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo from field number 3 at the Grand Champions Polo Club. At the moment, 6-5. And, very close game. It was 3-2 after the first, Richard Mille. 4-3, it went back to Audi after the second. And then it was back and forth in the third chukker. Ended up being 6-5. And really just 2 unanswered goals in the second chukker for Team Audi. Otherwise, it's been a very even game. And, clean on the stats as we saw at halftime. Not too much of a difference there.
Not at all. So a lot to look forward to. But not only that, a lot to look forward to throughout the day. Today, of course, as we mentioned earlier, we have a triple header. This, of course, being the first of the Triple Crown. This afternoon, 1 o'clock, Casablanca will be taking on Pampinota Biotricity. Very much looking forward to seeing Waqas Al-Sadiq back in the sun. And, of course, Casablanca, definitely a force to be reckoned with that could go all the way, looking for their second title of the season. And then this afternoon, the third of our triple headers, which is also the second annual Tommy Hitchcock Jr. Legacy Memorial. Global Port with Mikey Romero and his team Global Port against Travieso's, or Teo Calle's Travieso's team. That this afternoon at 4 o'clock. And the action continues, of course, throughout the week. We'll keep you posted on all the Triple Crown matches, which, of course, as Dale was saying, brings us to, to the highlight of the season. Before, Dale, I believe we're going somewhere where it's quite sandy.
Yeah, down South Beach for the World Polo League Beach Polo World Cup, and that should be, the go-to event. So if you do not have tickets, make sure you check it out. Get your tickets because that event, it is, a lot of energy. It has grown so quickly down in South Beach, and a continuation of the Triple Crown of Polo. So it's a big event. You can set your week up, come and see the finals of the Triple Crown of Polo, and also then down to South Beach, where it's a great way to end the season, as we ended down there. And that has been a very competitive and amazing tournament down to South Beach. Just the energy of South Beach brings it to a whole nother level, but also the venue is amazing, and also the arena that is put together there. The footing has just been high level as they come out of the tent, and the Cobra strikes early here, as that's what you want. Mark pulling the team, and he had 1 goal early in the second chukker, and this one is a true power polo play. No problem.
And there
hit you with the Cobra, and here he comes. He's going to run right into your living room right now. The Bay Pony is going to get him right where he wants to be, and here comes the Cobra. Great shot.
Yeah. Goal number 4 for Mark Ganzi. And for the first time in this game now, a 2-goal advantage. Once again, Audi winning the throw-in. Gonzalito Pierres. Can he control it? Oh, he had a bit of an unlucky bounce down the field. Guess who? The Cobra strikes again, but this time just puts it wide.
Yeah, I'd like to have that one back. You see Mark, he was in a good spot on the rotation. Great play by Gonzalito coming out of the bowling so quickly. And that's one thing we've seen this year in the World Polo League, Jan, the amount of goals scored out of the bowling, but with amazing horsepower. And that's been, and there you go. This is what you need. You got to get Melle involved early here. Well done, Mel. This is what you want in the second half. They didn't get many balls out to her in the first half. This time she's going to get moving. Well done, Mel. He picks that one up out of the air. Now going for 3 and 2 of them out of the air. And a great attempt there by Melissa Ganzi. and also giving her, remember, sometimes we don't see that ball for a couple chukkers. It looks like the size of a golf ball. So Mille picking up early in the second half. Nice run off the outside, but this will stretch the team out also, and that's what we want to see. If you can get her pulling the team, it will add another dimension to the scoring. And this is also what you want to see for Audi is Paco de Narvaez running through.
And just loses control right in front of goal. Did all the hard work. Now then, Alejandro Navijo Estrada, he likes to run and gun as well. He's surrounded by two Audi defenders. Cobra going back with him. Alejandro, can he keep that ball in play? Yes, he can. Again, Mark just clearing the way there. Alejandro still in possession. He's within range. We'll try and work this one in. In comes the Cobra for a challenge. Picked up very quickly by Pablo. Under the watchful eye there of one of our mounted officials. Gaston Dorignac, once again, is at the mallet of McDonough. Trying to work it very hard round the outside now. Maybe he can do something. Miguel Navijo Estrada avoids the hook coming in from Gonzalito Pierres. Heta on the near side, but pushed into the corner. How's he going to get out of this one? Well, he's going to have to leave that one for Paco. Paco leaves it for Heta. And he'll be taking a little look where he can play this to. That's a nice ball down the field. Well, he tried to control it there, Gonzalito Pierres, but by doing so, has given it straight back to Richard Mille, Pablo McDonough. Miguel Navijo Estrada, still now Alejandro Navijo Estrada. A lot of hard work going on there. Paco coming in across, trying to take the man. Yeah, somebody needs to give a little bit. The Cobra will send it back down towards the boards, but we had a whistle just before that, and it could be because of that previous play where Alejandro just did not have anywhere to go. Let's wait and see what the umpire...
Yeah, it looks like they get all congested here. And I agree with you, Jan. It looks right there. It's right off. They clean, and then he leaves it here. Well, they took it forward there, and got in between right there. Paco's kind of block him. Thinks that doesn't clear out right there, and that kind of bunches everybody up. You get a late whistle, which gives Mark time to come in. And so they will call the blocking foul, and they'll bring this one over for an open goal penalty. So an opportunity for Shard be able to get it within one. And I think you're going to get your courtesy change here with 3:17.
So this will be a very important goal for Richard Mille. They were really working it, but it just goes to show that, of course, both of these teams will not, and they know they can't, allow to give too much space to the opposition because they will get punished for that. Now, if you are in the area, Dale, and before you come down to our 1 o'clock game, if you want to stop by, where is a good place in the area where you can get yourself...
Yeah, if you're in the area, you go to Buffalo Wild Wings, and you can watch all of the CTV Sports Polo on all of their many TVs they have there in Buffalo Wild Wings. Also, they have an outside viewing area if you like to sit outside and have yourself a burger or get some wings and enjoy some polo. And, of course, they have all kinds of different sports there, so you can combine some of your favorite sports you like to watch with polo at Buffalo Wild Wings. So check that out right around the corner here from the CTV studios on 441. And right over there by the Greens Mall. So a lot of action going on over there. So make sure you make your way over to Buffalo Wild Wings. Enjoy your day there. Watching polo. And, well, you love the wings. You love all the different sauces. We talked about that as they have all kinds of different specialty sauces. And they tend to all different palates. So if you don't like the hot sauce, well, they have all kinds of different sauce you can indulge in. And I love that you can also get everything. You can get the wings dry, and then you can pick the different sauces. They'll bring different sauces out for you to sample and dip in if you don't want them cooked in a certain sauce. So.
Players back out on the field. Here we go then. A good 3 minutes left to play here in chukka number 4. Over on the far side, you could see Pablo Spinacci, but now it'll be an open goal penalty 2 for Richard Mille, taken straight as an arrow. Pablo McDonough picking up his third goal, but his second penalty 2.
Remember, both teams have received a new set of challenges here for the second half. And, well, Audi did not use theirs. And, we had Richard Mille. They used theirs in the third chukker. And actually, Audi did use theirs. They used theirs in the third chukker also. So both teams used their challenge as well here in this first game of the Triple Crown of Polo.
Ball back in play. Still not quite sure who's won this throw in. Richard Mille looks like they're going to pick this one up with the number 3. Miguel Navijo Estrada finding a lot of space over on the far side. In comes the bump and the ride off there from Gonzalito Pierres. Castagnola. Heta on the move. Great drone footage here. Little deflection, but he saw that, he knew that Paco was right behind him. An appeal, yeah. Looks like Richard Mille had established themselves on that line, on that right of way, just a little bit earlier. Here we see the action once again. Watch Heta, and then there is the ball over to Paco. But as you can see, with the number 3, Miguel Navijo Estrada firmly established on that line. So a hit from the spot, a penalty 5A in favor of Richard Mille. And it looks like Alejandro Navijo Estrada will take this shot. Now then, they have possession. Can this drive be the drive that gets them the equaliser? It's no, it's perfectly played here for Melissa. And we saw that earlier. She had a great run towards the south end of the goal. Now then up to the north, and that ball, very, very close. Just puts it out to the left-hand side of that far goal post.
Yeah, a couple of touches here by Mille early in the fourth chukker. She had her first run early. Now shooting at goal, just hitting it across the mouth of the goal there. Just wide to the right side. And they'll bring this one back in on the knock-in. They're mixing it up a little here in the knock-in. Now they're sending Paco forward a bit more than they did in the first half. And remember, we said that's a play that they have by design that they'll use a lot when Paco de Narvaez starts running through. And we've seen it twice already here in the fourth chukker. We didn't see it much in the first half. Alejandro's been running through since the first chukker, so they've been using him a lot. Big ball right here by Estrada. Overrode by Pierres, and well done by Miguel, who's just going to pick up the busted play there and then fire quickly to stay out the hook of Heta Castanola.
Yeah, that really was a great play. Brother Alejandro, there is the pass. You see it again, a very, very long ball. There were 2 defenders from Audi, the Cobra coming in, and Gonzalito Pierres. Very unlucky, but he read it well. And Miguel Navijo Estrada just puts it straight down the middle, and with doing so, gets the equaliser, 7 goals apiece. That'll bring us to the end of chukka number 4. So Richard Mille winning this chukka by 2-1, and as I said, getting the equaliser, all to play for when we come back. Stay tuned for chukka 5 and 6 here on CTV Sports.
Foot golf, it's a kind of life. And also it's a combination about golf and football.
So I got into sport through social media. Someone approached me on Twitter and said, have you tried it? I'd never heard of it at that point. So I went to my local course and tried it and just completely fell in love with the game.
This is not as easy as it looks on your body. It's a lot of kicking. We don't normally kick this many hard kicks in soccer.
For me, this and the U.S. Open are the 2 top U.S. tournaments. It's something we all look forward to every single year.
Great fun, and I think everyone would enjoy it when they try it. You can't not have fun.
When you set goals at the start of the season and you're able to achieve them at the end of the year, I think I can speak for everyone and say when we set goals and we make the sacrifices that we make, which a lot of people don't see, and then it all comes to fruition, it's a good feeling.
I literally live, breathe football.
The taqueria has all your polo needs, from the novice to the professional. We carry all of our equipment in multiple grades to fill a price point to suit the individual.
Welcome back to our fifth chucker as Hetta warming up there a bit. And looking to hit the big ball from way out. And they're mixing up well here, the Audi team. As the Cobra with the leading the scoring, but he has 2 from the field, 2 from the penalty line. And then 1 from Gonza, 1 from Hetta, and another from Paco. So good teamwork here on the other side. Well, Mille, they had her on front. She had a couple opportunities, and then Miguel with 2. And good shooting today by Pablo McDonough. He has 3 penalty shots, a penalty 4, and 2 penalty 2s. And then another goal by Alejandro. So by design, both teams mixing it up very well. And as I said, some good runs there by Melissa early in the fourth chukker. So now you got to get the full rotation back from Audi, because when Mille's out in front pulling the team, you got to keep an eye on her. And she's been successful on 2 shots, hitting them just wide, but getting the shots off. And when she gets it dialed in, you got to be careful. All right, lining them up here from the center on Gaston Dorniak, our 2 mounted officials today, Gaston and Esteban Ferrari, third man / IRO, third man, Steve Lane on the sideline. And away we go here in our fifth chukker.
Audi winning this throw in once again. Castagnoli will pick this one up. Just has a little look where he can play it to. Well, there was a man in front of goal, completely left to his own devices. The Cobra, look at that, how that ball drops. And the Cobra, just one touch, and he has redeemed himself after that unfortunate miss earlier on. Picking up goal number 5 now.
Yeah, he's way too wide. They got to rotate here. You can't leave the Cobra that wide open. He was a good 20 yards beyond everybody. Now, we saw Hetta ride out for the fifth chukker, and he was warming up. He hit a ball from about 120. So right here, showing you how to get it done. And like I said, when the Cobra has that much room, you need to be careful. Now, Mille, you get an opportunity here to get out front. If you go in here, you also got Miguel going forward here. So you can keep it moving here. She keeps it in between 2 players now inside the 60. Melissa's going to keep it running. Back to Pablo. And, it bounces off a pony. Bad luck. He's going to go for the tail shot, though. And then cleaned up by Audi. Good D.
Yeah. Castagnoli picking up the loose ball. Plays it into towards the corner. And has a bit of space to work. Still Castagnoli. Now he hammers that long ball downfield. And once again, look at that perfect pass here. The one-touch Polo now, then a little under the next shot. Here it comes. Well, he went for it, had a slight deflection. But again, very, very solid here. It all started downfield by Hector Castagnoli picking up that ball in front of goal. And that could have been goal number 6 for the Cobra.
Yeah, no, using the Cobra out front. And had the same thing, Hetta to Mark. So they'll probably tighten up the space now on Mark. He's had 2 very, he scored 4 goals. He scored 3 from the field, so you need to keep an eye on him as he's been very strong going to goal. Good pickup here by Miguel on the gray pony. Come together with Paco. Whoa! Paco gets up on the handlebars a little bit. Right back in the saddle. Turn around now by Hetta. Castagnoli at a standstill. He's going to find Paco. And Paco going to hit down the center. There's a bit of a mishit into the corner. And it'll get controlled by Alejandro. They come together. Estrada. Still has control. Parker's going to give him one play here. He's got Pablo in the rumble seat. Pablo will work it forward.
And just looking for an opportune moment to open those shoulders. Gonzalito understands he needs to give him the chance to make the play. Whistle will stop the action.
And McDonough takes across the field here. Let's see. He's going to go from the left to the right. A little bit right there, yeah. I think right there is what he's looking for. Pablo looked like Gonza came from left to right and was trying to pull out of there, and his horse kicked it. So we go to center with this one. Penalty 5B in favor of Richard Mille. Now, last time they had a 5B, Alejandro elected to take the ball forward. They went with a short play. Now, we were talking about this. Remember, we were talking about some of the players, and a lot of players were talking about McDonough, Pablo having the ability of hitting it from center. We don't see Pablo be hit a lot of 5Bs just because he's usually playing more up in front of the game, but Alejandro can drive the ball deep also. Look how far this one goes. Wow, look at this ball. Well hit by Estrada. 140? Easily, right?
Easy. And, yeah, just running out of steam at the end there. That would have, well, that's probably one of the closest shots for a two-pointer that we've seen. As
yeah, if he brings that one down a little lower, that ball goes for sure. You know, he just hit it so high and still 140. So well hit, Alejandro. I guess he's got his injury under control because he is hitting the ball very, very strong today. All right, on the knock-in, we've seen many different plays by the Audi team. They're mixing it up well today. Here comes Gonza.
Perez, fake the big shot. He's beaten Alejandro, now also beaten the 10-goaler. And again, a very, very nice pass up to the front door. The Cobra tries to keep the ball in play. Very quickly taken and turned, and you can see a little bit of disbelief there by both Castagnola and Gonzalito Perez. Here is the shot from Mark keeping the ball in play. We had a very similar situation like that earlier.
The ball gets hit across the center, and it looked like the blue was on the right of way. And they'll take a look at this one here with our courtesy change. So they'll be able to review and just take a look as a quick line change. Here we go again.
Exactly.
You gotta love the quick line change. It is, like I said, most difficult play in the game of polo for everybody, players, umpires, everything. When that line changes so quickly and everybody's moving from left to right, different directions, and they come together, the ball gets back across the center. I like the play by Mark Gansey. He puts that ball in a spot where, you need to watch out sometimes. We talk about it when you hit that ball across the center, that 9 times out of 10, the defending team wins that play. And it looked like Richard Mille, but Hetta was definitely in there to try to make a hook. And then we had players, one player following the ball, one player meeting the ball. As Hetta came around the corner to make the hook. There's Hetta Castagnola, beautiful looking chestnut. Great body on this bald-faced chestnut mare Hetta Castagnola's on, just unbelievable. Actually, a little gelding here. So they're going to go center on this. Say riding under the stroke. And they'll put this one down. Now, I wonder if Alejandro might go for this one. I mean, as well as he hit the last ball, and based on the chucker. I think Gonzalito asking there which player did he foul, because you had the other Marshard Mill player coming in to meet that play, and if he fouled that player, then Gonzalito saying maybe it should be from the spot. But remember, Melissa might have been downfield also. So, okay, here we go. Alejandro, he's going to get a hold of another one here. And that one drops right around the same spot. A good shot group.
Oh. Paco de Narvaez there in a little run-in with Miguel Navijo Estrada.
And that ball kind of looked like it was going up and down the field a little more than Miguel came across the field. Here's the huge shot by Estrada. And you look at that, ball's coming more this way. Miguel kind of got across that way.
Yeah.
And so they're going to call the blocking. Definitely lesser angle for the number 4 and
Without
for
a doubt.
Audi.
Without a doubt. Well, Dale, they're coming in fast and furious now. Those penalty 5Bs. This time it is the turn of Audi. Now then, who is going to,
Yeah, they're going to go for a quick one here. So they're going to go ahead and not go for the 2-pointer. And then they're going to go in control play. Very close game, and that's what we talked about with some of the pros about using the 2-pointer. You were bringing up Yan. Ooh. Well, that's about as good of a try as you could have, because not that it didn't go in the goal, but it did go off the field. So, like I was telling you earlier, a lot of times when you hit that play there, the defending team takes it out, and they're off to the races 4-on-3. But in this case, Cobra shot it perfectly where it almost went in. I mean, nice attempt. But again, it goes off the field, so it gives your team time to line up. And now you try to win the defensive play here.
Alejandro Navijo Estrada getting things underway over on the far side. Gonzalito Pierres will be the first man to send the ball back downfield. And look who he's found. He's found the Cobra, but Alejandro Navijo Estrada. And I think they might have a little late whistle on that, because it looked to me in the corner of the screen there that Alejandro Navijo Estrada might have come across the right of way. Here you see the backhand pass for the Cobra there, right there. It's exactly what I was talking about. So,
let's get that one there too, where you got. So we'll see what they're going to call, because you had 2 different plays happen. You had that play happen, and we had one play where it looked like also Estrada made the back shot, and probably there in time. Let's see if he's. Yeah, that ball's kind of going up down the field. It's the one to play is where you have the number 3 come around and meet Gonzalito. And Cobra's going to put it right inside. So the play you're talking there, Yan, looked like that, but when you watch the replay on that ball looks like it's actually might be going up and down the field a little bit more than it was coming across. Remember the spin of the ball?
Yes.
But definitely when Gonzalito meets the next play, you have a player coming around the ball to meet it, and then he doesn't get around quick enough. So the open goal penalty 2, and the Cobra 100% from the line today.
Yeah, goal number 5. Beg your pardon, goal number 6, no less. Very, very solid. Scored in every single chukka except the first. Allowed Gonzalito Pierres and Paco de Narvaez to pick up 2 very early goals in that first chukka. Now then, Richard Mille once again find themselves with 2 goals down. And that ball again not getting through to find an attacking player. Pablo McDonough into the corner alongside Miguel Navijo Estrada. Castagnola will come out on top. Hammers that ball downfield. The Cobra on a very fast grey pony here. Slightly topped it there on the halfway line. Good pick up by Paco de Narvaez. Just letting the mallet do the work for him in front of goal. Castagnola.
Let him run. Open style.
Drops for nearly the Cobra. Alejandro Navijo Estrada, but I think there was a whistle.
Well, time also running out there,
time,
so.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're going to go ahead, right there at the timing, see when the chukker actually ended. So we're going to get ready for our 6th chukker play. We'll get everybody on some fresh ponies, and we'll be right back for our 6th chukker here in the World Polo League Triple Crown of Polo. Okay, here we go, 6th chukker. And, well, we had 2 unanswered goals in the 2nd chukker, now 2 unanswered goals in the 5th. That's probably the difference, making it 9-7.
Absolutely, and not only that, 4 goals. If you think about it, that Audi scored in those 2 chukkers and Richard Mille didn't. That could make all the difference. So now, chukker number 6, Richard Mille, playing against a very nicely revved up Audi, but also playing against the clock. They need to make things work and count for them. Audi have won the throw-in. Castagnola, will he bring his team into double figures early on here in chukker number 6? Well, would not be surprised if he did. Gets that ball over the center line. Still Castagnola. Now the time that he needed to tee up that ball. There's a monster shot. It just goes wide. So Richard Mille dodging a bullet. Thank you, Dale. Dodging a big bullet there. That could have easily made it 10-7.
Yeah, that's where they would come out. And they've been coming out at the beginning of each chukker in the second half, firing Audi. You got to give it up to them. They've been very strong. But here we go, Richard Mille. And he said they mixed it up well today. And they got Mille involved. And so she's going to get one here. And they've been leaving her open on the rotation. So let's see if they keep it rolling here. Alejandro's going to bring it in. A little help from Pablo to keep Heta out of the play. Still, they work it all the way down the center. So well done, Richard Mille. Positive play on the knock-in, but then they give the ball up here to Audi. Backed up, cleaned up. Controlled by Pablo. Good ride off there by Heta, though. And Castagnola. Woo, they come together. Good work. Both players working well here. Woo, and they come together right there. That'll stop the clock.
But that combination, great to see how Castagnola and Paco working very, very well together.
Yeah, no, they work well. They've been working well together, Audi. And you said it, keeping the players obey. You know, when one player needs help with the pick, they have somebody else there, and everybody working hard as a team. So both teams have actually done very well working like that. And so they're going to look at this one because remember when you have two players come together like that, you either have a player riding into the shot or you have them backing into the pony. So what they'll figure out is, you know, what. So if depending on where the ball was, where the players were, and in this case, you're going to have a foul against the black riding in the shot. That ball did pass Alejandro's stirrup. His mount was in motion as the player was riding in. So foul against the black for riding into the stroke. And, well, we've seen Alejandro hit him for 140, hit 140 yards, and now he's at about 120. So here comes Estrada. Ooh, a little bit of a miss hit, but he might be able to get on this one, so not going to hurt. Yeah. That'll help. Now Estrada again. Alejandro is going to work it in by himself. They need to get one here.
Didn't quite hit the target. Quickly turned around by Gonzalito. Gonzalito mobilizing his troops downfield. You can see Hector on the bottom of your screen there. There he is to pick up that ball. Excuse me, that ball. But again, firmly established. Alejandro Navijo, so at least that's what it looked like from here.
Yeah, we're going to see this ball. This ball is going to get hit down, right down to here. And you're going to see Hector come across there.
Yeah.
And Alejandro finishes it out right there. So he's falling across right away. Well done by Estrada to ride that one out. And remember, we want that window very tight on this play because in this style of polo, with this speed of these quality of horses, that needs to be very tight. And Alejandro made sure that he had that window within a horse length. We talked that two horse length, 2.5 horse lengths. We talked about that in 6 to 8 goal polo, but you know now we're at the 26 goal level on a running play straight down the field with great players, great horses, and so the safety and the speed is definitely going to get tighter. Here we go.
On the turn, he opens his shoulders, but there was a whistle once again. Unlucky there. Let's look at this play. De Narvaez picks it up, turns it. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit unlucky on that play.
Pablo trying. Remember, both teams still have their challenges. So if they need them here in the 6th, great job by both these teams using their challenges today. And it's great seeing that. They use them at very specific times and on plays that would have helped out. Right, they're going to go ahead. Now he's been using the tap from the center. They're not going for the two-pointer. They're going to control the ball. Well, up by 2. And I think that's where a lot of the players were talking about that moving into that 120 or 130. The line, they've been discussing a lot of it off the field. It's been great to see how the 2-point conversion has opened up communication amongst a lot of the players and fans also. It's added a lot to the game. All right, Mille out in front here. On the chest side, that's what you want in Mille, the one-timer, and that's a perfect 30-yard pass right to Pablo. They had a play like this earlier, and Pablo will get the finish. So well done, Mille. That's a perfect pass. And earlier, I don't know if you remember, but they went for that same play.
Yes.
And Mille hit it just behind.
Yeah.
And then she took it all the way down. But this is a clean play here where she hits a good 30, 40-yard shot and easy for Pablo at speed to keep that ball out in front of Paco.
Yeah. Well executed, well played. So, and as you said, Dale, that brings Richard Mille within 1. We're just under 4 minutes left to play. So possession is the key word here. Ball is back in play. Audi have won the throw-in. And this young man, Hector Castagnola, will try and work this one in himself. Alejandro Novillo Estrada will take the 10-goaler out of the equation. Well, that backhander was not strong enough, or was it? Ball still in play. Castagnola once again for Audi. Paco trying to clear the way a little bit for him. Still, Heta Castagnola working it very hard into that red zone, into that danger zone. And the danger is not yet contained as Pablo McDonough. Now Alejandro Novillo Estrada. Wow, yeah, that was... yeah, I think that was a little bit of a silly foul right in front of that player. Literally 90.
See where this one goes. You're going to get a good shot of this on the drone. Oh, unless they're calling one meeting two, that looks like Miguel might have been all right on the right of way there. I don't know. They're going to get a courtesy change, our final courtesy change, and based on where the ball was coming from, yeah, it's kind of an interesting play. I mean, let's say they might be calling one meeting two as the focus. Heta's focus is on maybe Alejandro. We got to check with our silent good shot of Pablo, the ambassador of Richard Mille, and he always has their logo right there. And his Milo, actually, is his young son, who's actually played yesterday and is one of the youngest players to play in the World Polo League with his Richard Mille. Good shot of Heta Castagnola. So based on that call, if they're calling a right-of-way violation, kind of look clean from where we're at, unless they hit off a horse. Gonzalito made it look a little weird because Gonzalito was 90 degrees and he kind of was riding for it too. So you have all the different plays in there, and they'll look at all the different angles though. You never know if he got kicked off a pony, and so that's why they're going to take a look at it and all the different. Use that line right there. When Heta pulls it back, does he change the line quickly? And that's where it can be a little difficult. So you got to use all the different angles, the end zone cams, the drone. Okay, so here, challenged by the blue, no foul in play. So I'd like to challenge, and I think we agree with the call for here in the studios. Looked like Miguel met cleanly there,
yep.
Even with the cluster of players.
Yes.
And definitely wasn't one meeting two where Alejandro was not making a play. So a good challenge here by Richard Mille. Great time. Risk-reward matrix, perfect timing, and wow, saved an open goal.
Alejandro Novillo Estrada trying to get things downfield. He's going to leave that one for the number 3, Miguel Novillo Estrada, and he has found Melissa Ganzi. She'll pick this one up and work it. Good couple of touches, as we've seen from her also earlier on. Still taking that ball downfield. Nicely done. Now then, the finishing touch. In comes from Audi. Gonzalito Pierres.
Nice run by Melissa there.
Very nice run, yeah.
Yeah, hitting the ball. She throws her arm straight out in front there, too. And the team got going here. They are rocking and rolling now with 2 minutes left in the game.
Cobra on the move, not able to control it. In comes Alejandro, as does Heta Castagnola. There's the fake backhand. Now maybe chance for the number 3. Beg your pardon, number 2, of course. Oh, it is a number 3.
Yeah, that's Miguel. You're on it. Miguel and Gonz, Pablo with their white helmets. They look so similar sometimes in there. Great ball control here by Pierres. He'll keep it moving. Both teams releasing the ball quickly. Right off here, I think you got to give one play. Miguel knows it. He kind of got stuck underneath. Come together here, picked up by Gonzalito, working inside the 60. Gonz's going to shoot one here, and that ball might have eyes all the way across. Here comes McDonough.
Ball still in play. Down to the last minute now here in chukka number 6. Richard Mille still need that equalizer to possibly push us into a 7th winner-take-all sudden death golden goal at chukka. Alejandro Navijo Estrada. Now, see, this is now the kind of time where a 2-pointer would be just what you need. Not only to get the equalizer, but to get the advantage. Pablo McDonough working it. Still McDonough takes a shot. There was a slight deflection. Now then, Melissa Ganzi opens those shoulders. Nicely done in front of goal. The Cobra able to clear. All on the near side. There's the backhander from McDonough. Beg your pardon, from Miguel Navijo Estrada. McDonough sends it back up into that red zone. But Hector Castagnola, let's look at the clock. It's ticking down. Well, it will have been the narrowest of wins here. Castagnola aware of the fact that the clock is ticking down. Paco de Narvaez, and probably the last attack here from Audi sends it across to Gonzalito Pierres. Little under the next shot. This is costing a lot of time that Richard Mille don't have anymore. There's the backhand shot. And a shot into no man's land from Hector Castagnola brings this first WPL Triple Crown of Polo 2023 to an end. 9-8 then the final score here between these two big names in the World Polo League.
Great passing. Here we go with our stats. 9-8, as you saw. Look at that. 18-12 on the shots. 9-5 on the knock-ins. So locking in a few more times. Richard Mille, Audi missed a goal a few more times, but a lot of shots. You go down there, throw-ins 12-6, winning a lot, and 10-3. And there you go, even on the penalty shots. So once again, what a game to start out our Triple Crown of Polo for Jan Eric Frank. I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports, where I say thank you for making us leaders in polo broadcasting. And remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.